My new 2010 Tiguan came in here with, well, let's just say it had some issues. Took our cylinder head off. Whoa. 1, 2, and 6 have all left the chat completely. I shouldn't be able to push that in with one finger like that. That is exactly why this jumped time. Not sure if you can see what happened here, but these gears are stripped. In the last video, we got the new cylinder head on, we got a new timing chain on, we got the front cover buttoned up, and that's about where we left off. In this video, we're going to get this button back up and we're going to get to hear it run for the first time. So come along with me and let's get started. All right, I cleaned up the engine mount. We're going to start putting it back in. I have to raise the engine up a little bit. Get that one started. I'm going to go ahead and put our serpentine belt on since it's easy to get to at the moment. Put a little bit of oil on our cam sensor here, and we're just going to slip it into the seal just like so. As you can see, I've added a new seal to our pump. This came with the head gasket kit. It actually snaps into the holes to keep it in place while you stick it on. Now we're going to replace the O-ring on our high pressure fuel pump. Peel it off there. Be careful not to mar up your surfaces. This new O-ring also came in the head gasket kit. We're just going to roll that into place just like so. Now we'll put a little bit of oil or assembly lube around this O-ring to slip it into place on here when we go to do that. I'll put a little bit of assembly lube on our lobe of our cam here on the end that drives the pump. Now we'll need to clock this pump so it rides on the keyway in the end of the cam here. Vacuum pump torque is 9 Newton meters. All right, I've already put assembly lube on our roller for the high pressure fuel pump. There we go. Slips into place. I put a light coat of oil on our O-ring for our high pressure fuel pump just to help it slip in and not damage the O-ring. Now we're just going to slip it into place. I do not have the torque spec for this. We're just going to bottom it out for now. I'm next going to put the PCV valve on just to get this open area of the cylinder head closed up. So that way we don't have to risk any debris going down or anything like that. I'm not going to torque these just yet. I'm just going to get them in there. And now for the moment I've not been waiting for, putting the intake manifold back on. I don't think there's anything else underneath that I need to get to at the moment. All right, that wasn't terrible, but we're not in completely yet. I don't want to get too excited. I'm just going to get some of these outside bolts on the intake manifold started. Alright, it looks like the intake manifold bolts torque is 9 Newton meters. I didn't notice a sequence in there anywhere, but we're going to do them kind of just in a crisscross pattern. Next thing I'm going to do, because I haven't done it yet, is put the spark plugs in the cylinder head. Alright, we're going to torque our spark plugs down now. Proper torque is 25 Newton meters for these. Spark plugs are torqued. Tighten up our fuel line. Alright, we're going to torque down our PCV now. These are 11 Newton meters. Alright, I found our fuel return line right here, and now it smells like gas in here, and I love it.
I love lamp.
I like putting things back together because you start feeling like it's getting finalized, and I love that.
Brick, are you just looking at things in the office and saying that you love them?
So as I've been seeing things that are obvious where they go, I've been putting them back. Kind of like right here. This obviously goes right here. And then there's a hose that goes on the back here that I gotta find, and we'll put that on. Oh, which is actually right here, believe it or not. I still don't remember where exactly things clip to, but you know, we'll get there. I feel like maybe this goes in here. Got some coolant lines back on here that were off. Still have this one. I'm not 100% sure where it goes at this moment, but we'll figure it out. But we're slowly but surely getting this back together. I think we'll be able to hear this run today. At least I'm hoping. Fingers are crossed. All right, we did some things off camera. I got that bolt put in for the support for the intake manifold. Got that tightened up. Got our charge air pipe on. Put our heater hose back on the auxiliary fuel pump. Got a little bit more done. I got our heat shield back on. I got our heater core hoses back on down here and the clamps put on. Let's keep on keeping on.
And you got to keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, dig it? You make it work for you.
We are nearly there. We are putting oil and antifreeze in this car. This is a man filter we're putting in place. I think we are ready to fire up. Let's see what we got. She's running a little rough at the moment, but that's just because we're letting the fuel get bled through. At least I think. She runs. It sounds really good. It sounds healthy. We'll probably shut her down and check the oil. Let's fire it up again, shall we? Let her run a little longer this time. She's running a little rough at the moment. See if that smooths out. There, she smoothed out again. Nothing leaking on the ground, that's good. Let's take it for a maiden voyage. She's a little bucky, she's running rough again. Up there, she smoothed. Yeah. Yep, she's running a little rough again. Smooth. Shift second, shift to third. Oh, she drives smooth. Some of the lights have gone off. We have tire pressure monitor light on. So I do have a check engine light on. We'll put it on the scanner and see what that is. We'll probably reset it, see if it comes back. You know how it goes. It's running really well at the moment. It runs rough for about a minute and then it smooths out. I found the reason it was running rough. It was actually because I forgot to connect this PCV tube right here.
Well, no shit.
That was the main issue. And then I was getting an intake runner code, and I found the reason for that was because I forgot to plug in the solenoid down here. They were nice, easy fixes. Those are the ones I like the most. We're gonna see if we can help this crease out a little bit here. See if we can maybe make this look a little bit better. Looks like we're dented in here and out here. Let's work on this area first. Let's see what we can do. All right, it's much better than it was. I think the rest can probably just use a little bit of filler and then paint. All right, now that I've put about 43 miles on this car, it seems we're pretty sorted out mechanically. I have no lights on the dash. Everything seems to be working the way it's supposed to. So let's break down where we're at on this car. Now, I paid $1,000 for the Volkswagen. I paid $673.01 for a cylinder head. I paid $363.69 for a head gasket kit and a timing set. I paid $93.73 for the fluids. I paid $85.93 for a battery. And I have about $346 into taxes, title, registration, insurance, and inspection. That puts us into this car at a grand total of $2,562.36. So now the big question, what do we do with it? There's still some more things I'd like to do to it. I got a little bit of paint touch-up I'd like to do. I'd like to change the transmission oil and the rear end oil. I'd like to do a headliner in it. Book value seems to be around $3,000 on the low end for a poor condition car, up to $6,000 for an excellent condition car. So I figure we could get right around $5,000 for this. So we're at the point today of what do we do with this? Option one is we add this vehicle to the fleet and it ends up a nice backup vehicle, especially since the Murano's been having problems lately. And it will help keep miles off the Focus, and I could drive it in the winter time, keep the salt off my truck. Option two, I could sell the Focus and make this my daily driver. No, that's not happening. Option three, I've been offered some trades on this plus some cash on top. I don't really prefer that option, but it is an option nonetheless. So now I want to hear from you. I want to know what you would do. Drop a line in the comments. Tell me what you would do in this situation. I want to see what the general consensus is with everybody. Don't forget I have merchandise available now on the rustednut.co. On that store, you're going to find things like t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, phone cases, AirPod cases, decals, etc. And also don't forget I'm an AMSOIL dealer. If you want to save money on AMSOIL products and you want to be privy to the exclusive promotions they offer, sign up as a preferred customer of mine today. Link is in the description. And you can save money on the best lubrication products out there. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you were cheering me along to get this thing running. But more importantly, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.